A lot of villains are intimidating. Mahito is violating. He doesn't just hurt people, he plays with them. And that's exactly why he feels so different and so hard to replicate. In this video, we're breaking down what makes him work and why no other villain can do the same without feeling like a copy. Like the video, then let's get started. Most villains in anime have a wound, a backstory, a reason. Mahito has none of that, and that's the first thing that separates him from every villain on this list you're already building in your head. He isn't traumatized, he wasn't abandoned, he doesn't hate heroes because a hero failed him. He's a cursed spirit, born from the accumulated hatred humans have for each other. And he arrived in the world already complete, already himself, with a fully formed worldview and zero interest in being anything else. That matters more than it sounds. Almost every compelling villain in fiction gets their power from backstory. We understand why they are the way they are, and that understanding is what makes them feel real. Mahito skips all of that. He doesn't need your understanding. He doesn't want it. He's not performing cruelty because something broke him. He's curious, genuinely, intellectually, disturbingly curious about what humans are and what they can become when you push them hard enough. He treats suffering the way a child treats an insect under a magnifying glass, not with malice, with interest. Idle transfiguration, the ability to reshape souls, is one of the most philosophically loaded abilities in all of JJK, and Gege didn't design it that way by accident. Think about what it actually does. It doesn't destroy the body, it doesn't erase the person. It distorts them, it takes the soul, the thing that makes you you, and warps it into something unrecognizable, something that used to be human and now isn't. That's not just a scary power, that's an argument. Mahito's entire philosophy made physical, because Mahito genuinely believes that souls are mutable, that there is no fixed, essential self, that what humans call identity, their sense of continuity, their belief that they are a stable thing that persists through time, is an illusion, a comfortable story they tell themselves. And every time he transfigures someone, he's proving his point. He's not just killing, he's demonstrating. That's what makes him philosophically dangerous in a way most villains aren't. He's not wrong in a way that's easy to dismiss. The question of whether there's a stable self is one of the oldest problems in philosophy. Mahito just happens to be testing it on people who didn't consent to the experiment. And then there's what he does to Junpei. That arc is the clearest demonstration of what makes Mahito irreplaceable as a villain. He doesn't just kill Junpei. He spends weeks befriending him first, listening to him, understanding exactly what this kid values, what he fears, what he needs, and then using all of that as the instrument of his destruction. The cruelty is bespoke, tailored. It could only have happened to Junpei because Mahito built it specifically for him. Most villains hurt people. Mahito studies them first. Here's the real question this video is built around. Why can't you just make another Mahito? Writers try. Every shonen has a sadistic villain who enjoys the fight, who toys with the protagonist, who seems to operate on a different moral frequency than everyone else. It's a well-worn archetype, but it almost never lands the same way. And the reason comes down to something very specific. Mahito's cruelty is coherent. Most sadistic villains are cruel because the story needs them to be. Their enjoyment of suffering is a personality trait, not a worldview. It's decoration. It's there to make them feel threatening. Mahito's cruelty follows from everything he believes. He thinks souls are mutable. He thinks the human concept of a fixed self is fiction. He thinks suffering is interesting because it reveals what people are made of when you strip away the story they tell about themselves. So when he hurts someone, it's not arbitrary, it's consistent. It is the logical expression of a coherent, if monstrous, philosophy. And that coherence is exactly what makes him feel real in a way other villains don't. There's also the matter of Yuji. Mahito works so well in part because of who he's placed against. Yuji Itadori is a character defined by his belief in the value of every human life. Every soul deserves a proper death. Every person deserves to be remembered. That's his entire operating principle. Mahito is the perfect counter-argument. He doesn't just threaten Yuji physically. He threatens the thing Yuji believes. Every encounter between them is a philosophical debate conducted through violence. And when Mahito kills Junpei, when he takes someone Yuji was trying to save and makes them into a weapon, it's not just a tragedy. It's a direct attack on Yuji's worldview. That kind of thematic precision is almost impossible to replicate without building the whole architecture from scratch. Mahito works because every piece of him is load-bearing. The philosophy, the technique, the target, the foil. Remove any one of those elements, and what's left is just another villain who enjoys hurting people. Together, they create something that feels genuinely new. A character whose existence is an argument, whose cruelty has an internal logic, and who leaves a mark not just on the characters in the story, but on the reader watching it happen. You can write a character who fights like Mahito. You can write a character who looks like him, talks like him, enjoys the same things, but the specific collision of philosophy, technique, and target that makes Mahito Mahito, that was built once, and it won't happen by accident again. Thank you for watching. I write a newsletter where I go even deeper on stuff like this, real psychology concepts, anime breakdowns, and things that didn't make the cut for the video. Link is in the description. It's free. Check it out. If you like this breakdown, the next video goes even deeper. Subscribe so you don't miss it. I'll see you there.